Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Pop Goes the Vet with Dr. Joya. I don't get the Pop Goes the Vet thing. She's an animal dermatologist. Maybe she does really do like popping like or just messing with pustules and I guess zits like we'd have for humans. She does really like just either scraping or removing all the little tiny things on dogs' bodies, I guess. And oh boy, right from the very start, she does get a shot at doing probably the gnarliest thing I've ever seen hanging from a dog. And she's not fixing him. Although, when I looked away for a minute and I looked back and they had a close up of this big thing dangling from underneath this small dog, and I was like, "Whoa, they can show that on Disney Plus. That's crazy. That dog has some danglers." And I was wrong. It was not the back part of the dog. It was the front part of the dog, and it was a big just growth that had just moved away from the body and was now just dangling from a fleshy cord. It was if you can handle something like that, go ahead, watch it. If you can't, well, you might want to skip that first episode or at least the first 5 minutes. Um, anyway, Dr. Joya Griffin is the main person. Of course, it's named after her in this veterinary clinic. I didn't see where it takes place. But yes, this is from 2022. It's only 8 episodes long in its first season so far, so it's pretty new. Maybe there's more being added all the time. I have no idea. It's a National Geographic series, and yeah, we have a lot of vets on here. National Geographic is just throwing vets at us. Dr. Paul, Dr. What are the ones from the Yukon? And there's just so many vets on Disney Plus and National Geographic. We get it. Animals need help, and these people are good enough to help them. That's awesome. That's exactly the feel good thing you want to see. But at the same time, you get to see the first part of the show where these dogs are a mess. They are just it's just sad. It's awful to see such cute little things, especially this little husky puppy, just a fur ball, barely 3 pounds, and he has some sort of his skin, his fur is just sort of uh, getting it has like pustules in it, and its fur is being eaten away from its face, and it's just so sad and it's hard to look at. And that dog with the growth that's just hanging off his chest, like somebody, you should have taken care of that long before Dr. Joya had a TV series. I'm just saying, holy cow, just sawing that thing off. If you can't handle blood, yeah, not for this is not for you, or just excretions, yeah, it's not a show for you. But it's ever as it is. It's always a happy ending. Yes. Well, I don't know if it's always a happy ending. I can tell you the first episode is a happy ending for all dogs involved. So they get a bunch of older dogs. These women bring in these their dogs, and they love them so much. And there's so much dog baby talk, so much baby talk with baby voices and oh, yeah, it's if you can handle that, if you do that yourself. Hey, and this is just something honestly, you got a dog at home or a cat or a lizard, I don't know, hug them tonight. I don't know, I guess like you have children, these are your kids, I guess, hug them, and if they don't have any serious health problems, be happy, be grateful, because these dogs are messed up. And like I said, the little husky called Buttercup comes in later, and I swear they just brought in a different dog. It they gave the dog some treatment and medicine and whatever else. I'm spoiling it for you, so you don't get worried, because the way they talk about that dog in the first half of the show is he ain't gonna make it the whole 45 minutes. He just isn't. You know, it's he comes back weeks later and he's gained weight. He's of course he's growing because he's a puppy, but holy cow, the hair situation, the fur situation, almost completely gone. At least from the face, completely new dog. He was just a little puffball at the beginning, and like maybe a month or so later, or I don't know, 6 weeks, something like that. It's a legs and snout and just hair's shorter, and but he's leaner, and but he weighs more. It's great, doubled in weight practically. So yeah, it's a feel good kind of show. It's another vet show. If you need another vet show in your life, this one again dealing with dermatology. So it's always going to be issues with dog skin and fur and he pulled the dog with the big thing glob hanging off his chest. Well, he had a ton of ticks too. That's not good. So there's another one with Johnny Be Good. Yeah, Johnny Be Good shouldn't be alive. He he was a rescue. He's this little Maltese poodle looking thing. Barely his nails aren't clipped. His no teeth. His tongue is just hanging out and just dangling around like crazy. Adorable as anything. Just he looks filthy. They gave him a bath, cleaned him up, gave him the right medicine. He couldn't hardly walk right or anything else. I he had so many problems. I can't remember what the thing is that they took care of because a lot of it was just cosmetic. Give him the bath, clipping his nails. Can't do anything about that tongue. It's just all over the place. But he's 100% better afterwards. After the just the shampoo and everything else. They did more, but it's all I remember is the shampoo because there's like 4 or 5 dogs in this thing that they look at, and yeah. I just watched one episode, so I got the gist. I got the gist of this. I can't really watch dogs in pain. It's just not for me. It's a little too sad. But it's good to see there are people out there doing this kind of good work for all the adorable puppies and kitties in our lives. We didn't see any kitty cats in this one. That's probably coming in later, but I don't know. I mean, it's your normal domestic house pets. She's not going out and treating cows or anything or lions or something. This is literally just animals you keep in your house and are just scaring the crap out of you just because of all the messed up stuff going on in their little lives. And it's sad. So I'm not going to watch anymore. But you can if you like this kind of thing. Hopefully it inspires some people to go into this field. It's not for this weak of heart. I got to tell you that because I mean I know plenty of little girls growing up are just like little boys too, are like oh I want to be a veterinarian when I grow up. I want to take care of animals because animals are just cute. And when you have to palpate an anal gland for kicks, but not for kicks because it seems necessary, like part of the thing. It doesn't feel like a glamorous job. It's not just about hugging and kissing them and suddenly they're better. You got to palpate an anal gland at some point. Fun. Ticks on the anus. You got to do that too. Or you just got to snip off a giant tumorous growth off a dog's chest that looks like his balls. Isn't that glamour? Maybe that's fun to you, not to me. Let's find out if this next one is our 4th documentary in a row or not. Let's check it out.
109.
109. We've had a dearth of documentaries and suddenly 4 in a row. It's not a documentary. Hey, this I haven't watched this in a while. I've watched this already. I've seen all the episodes already. This is a series, and it's new to Disney Plus in the last few months. But it used to be on Netflix. Yeah, we're talking about one of the transplants from the MCU. Well, not MCU technically, but now technically, I don't know. However it fits in, this used to be one of the Marvel shows on Netflix, and now it's on Disney Plus, and it's uncensored as far as I know, unless they've made some subtle changes that I'm not aware of. But I haven't watched this show in a long time, and I really enjoy it. So I hope you'll, if you didn't have Netflix before and you have Disney Plus. Obviously, I don't know why you would be watching this if you didn't have Disney Plus. It's time to watch it. And this character's going to have a lot of screen time coming up because he's getting his own series on Disney Plus. We just found out at Comic-Con last week that he's getting an 18 episode series. Yes, it's time for Daredevil. 18 episode season 1, unless I'm thinking of something else I saw a lot at Comic-Con. But yeah, Daredevil series is coming up. A new one, brand new one, with the same actor. This is the time. I know it any other time, but now is the time I need to know it. I've already forgotten. I forgot his name. Charlie Cox. Okay, good. Charlie Cox is back. And he's also going to be making appearances. He already showed up in Spider-Man No Way Home, and he's going to show up in She-Hulk next in a few weeks. So, all right. I'm going to go watch an episode of Daredevil. Just one, probably. I've seen it already. I know what to talk about. I just have to get a refresher. So, yeah, Matt Murdock is Daredevil, whether anybody believes it or not. I'll be back here tomorrow with Daredevil on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. See you then.